Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Football is Fixable Alright podcast. I'm James, and I'm joined by Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. How are we, Sess? Dan?
Little Tweed.
You alright? How are we?
Not bad at all. I think I'm the only one out of the three of us to actually have a winning team.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a dark weekend. Arsenal drew. It's been terrible. We dropped our first 2 points in like 10 games or something.
Yeah, it's fair enough. You beat you couldn't beat a team like Sunderland.
In the top four. Sunderland are amazing. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
And they've got Granit Xhaka, obviously Arsenal legend.
I told you that Arsenal would take Xhaka for Granit.
He's been like this all evening, gentlemen and ladies.
That is
been
beautiful.
what we've had to put up with.
Amazing as well.
Can I just... Arsenal legend, really? Is the bar that low to get legendary status at your club?
That's a good point, yeah.
He won the FA Cup with us.
Wow.
Arteta's first trophy. That's a big occasion. Big moment.
First trophy.
He
I
won
like the
an
confidence.
FA Cup. Do you know who else who won
First
an FA
of many
Cup?
trophies, yeah.
Johnny Evans, Phil Jones, Jesse Lingard.
Phil Jones is a United legend. He was there for like 15 years, wasn't he?
That's true, yeah. Didn't play for about 13 of them.
No, he is not, because it takes more than an FA Cup trophy to be a legend at a big club, James. So
Exactly. I'm thinking like during the 70s and all that. Yeah, Arsenal, like Charlie George won the FA Cup. I don't think he won the league.
Does that mean Leighton Baines isn't an Everton legend because he didn't win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Sorry.
We haven't had a legend since 1995, unfortunately. Sorry, Seamus Coleman.
Right. Can I bring in an off the post?
Go for it.
Right, lads. This week, Jamie Carragher has been writing his article for The Telegraph, right? And he's basically, a key quote's been picked out. Man City v Liverpool into 2019 was the highest quality Premier League game we've ever seen. Ever. Pep's team won the Premier League that year. Klopp won the Champions League. It was about false nines, inverted fullbacks, and fast attacking football. This season has been about corners and long throws. So a lot of 100%, yeah, he's bang on, all this kind of stuff. The Reds have now scored 40 times from set pieces in the Premier League since the start of the season. The best tally
40 times?
40.
One season?
I think this was 2019. You know, they won the league that year, and they had more set piece goals than any other side.
Wow.
And at the time, Carragher was bigging that up, just saying. And then the last comment, he's wrong. The highest quality of football was Arsenal and United in the early 2000s. And the rivalry, Liverpool and City, wasn't really a rivalry. City won multiple titles, Liverpool won one. And there's my off the post. What do you reckon? I think Carragher's just a hypocrite. He
is definitely a hypocrite, but he is also definitely one of those. He's a one club man. So and same as Neville as well. So if you actually take all of the pundits and think which one would be the most biased towards their club, I would say Neville and Carragher have the right to be the most one-sided, I suppose, because they're one club people.
I like that punditry has got more kind of personal in the sense of, you can see Ian Wright, he's an Arsenal fan, he knows that, he doesn't hide it, but when he comes out with his opinions, he's not Arsenal are the greatest, I'm going to get really angry when Arsenal aren't winning stuff. Carragher's a hypocrite. He was saying that when Liverpool won the league in 2019, that set pieces were key, they get you over the line, that's what you need to win a title. Now this year it's really boring, don't like it. Has that anything to do with Liverpool not being able to handle them?
Yeah, it's definitely got to do with that. Yeah,
exactly.
I agree with that.
You know,
that is true. But I do think that basically all of the one club people tend to be very biased. If you think about Martin Keown, for example, however biased he is, for some reason you struggle to actually be able to say anything bad about Keown.
Hey, you leave him alone, all right?
Has that got anything to do with the biasness that you have towards Arsenal?
It must have been. I mean, he went to Everton, so I reckon that corrupted him.
Oh, really?
He was an Everton player in between his two
Everton
Arsenal
legend,
spells.
yeah. It's the only time he was actually a decent human being, I think.
Wow. Fans are just fickle, aren't they? They're just like, one minute they think one thing, next minute they think something else. They're just fickle. Like Dan. Like United fans, So United fans in general,
Hang on.
Dan, you'll agree with this.
Hang on.
It's an attack, isn't it?
Yeah. Pot calling kettle black here as well, can I just say? Like, Mr. Fickle man, Mr. Fickle Arsenal fan over there. Come on now.
Hey, when Arteta was finishing 8th and stuff, I remember loads of people asking me, "Oh, is Arteta out, right? Yeah, we should get rid of him." And I was one of what apparently was a minority saying, "No, we need to back him. I can see what he's trying to do." He was still tactically developing the side. You could see it, and if you knew your football, you could see that. But lots of people don't. People don't see what I see, I suppose.
And you're not fickle, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I just know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
So I reckon today, guys, can we fix fickle fans? Because I've just had enough of them.
Yeah, let's fix you both.
Yeah, I've had enough of you too, James.
Right, can I start with picking out how fickle Dan is, right? So
Hey! Whoa!
So
hang on.
Do you remember...
Shots fired.
So look, the people need to know, listeners need to know this. Dan, in our podcast group chat, right, we're talking about football topics during the week and things like that. And after the... was it Burnley? Was it Burnley, Dan? Can you be honest with this? It was one of those games where you were saying, Amorim out, I've had enough.
Was it Grimsby? Maybe it was Grimsby.
Oh, it was maybe Grimsby.
Yeah, the
No,
Burnley
Brentford.
one, you won, didn't you? You won 3-2.
Yeah,
Brentford.
It was Brentford. It was Brentford away. That was the one that was the nail in the coffin for me. Yeah.
The nail in the coffin. Well, he's still a walking corpse then, isn't he? I mean, he's now... What were you saying the other day? Like, you could be like... go on, Dan. What do you think United are capable of this season?
I think probably top 4. I think probably...
Considering before the
there.
season started, you actually said 6th place, didn't you? Or was it 8th? You said 8th.
Yeah, I said top 8 was the target. Yeah,
Yeah, and then you said Amorim out, and the club is in a state, and now you're saying top 4.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. And can I say, it's not just Dan. This is like infectious across Man United's whole kind of fan base, right? So there's a post this week. Amorim's won October's Manager of the Month, and quite wrongly, obviously, because Arteta should have won it.
No, hang on. quite deservedly. Quite deservedly.
I just like to defend Dan on this one. You just had the club that ended 15th last season go a whole month unbeaten. Now that is brilliant. That's a relegation. That's a relegation battling team that's done very well this month. Give them their flowers.
I mean, the house they spend.
There you go, Dan. I helped you out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say who's the bigger overachieving team, us or Sunderland. It's a close one, isn't it? But,
yeah, exactly.
Wow. So, in light of that announcement that Amorim's won Manager of the Month, right? So an Arsenal post come out saying, what's Arteta got to do? He's only ever won it once in his time at Arsenal, since being a manager, right? Manager of the Month. And Arteta's taken the team to a record equalling number of clean sheets, not even a goal conceded pretty much in that time. Yeah. We're top of the league. We've won so many games in a row. Obviously, Sunderland put a slight halt to that, but it's just momentary.
Mm-hmm. Also, Amorim managed to beat Sunderland 2-0, so... maybe the award was correct,
and you beat the champions as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That thing. What was that thing that you were saying before we went on air? It's very difficult to win at Anfield, something like that, because you'd lost to Liverpool away. Something does that happen? And
wow.
I think Amorim won. I think we did, didn't we?
If we use our own podcast methods, we always try to look at it from a higher level, don't we? We don't just go, Liverpool won the league, so they should win the Manager of the Year. We don't say that.
No, higher level, godlike.
Godlike, exactly, yeah. Similar to me, I suppose. If you look at it in that way, then Arsenal, with the best squad, in the best form in the league, would you expect them to win their games? Yes. Would you expect United to have won more than 2 games? No. But then they won 3 and drew 1. So I would say, in terms of the relevance of what they should achieve, I would say United overachieved.
So it's the expectation, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's like the expectation, yeah.
Well, one United fan, after that post come out, said that this is Arteta's last real chance to win the league, because once Ruben Amorim gets all the players he wants, we're taking back the top spot and we'll be there for the next 20 years. I mean, this is United fans. This is what Dan's like.
Yeah,
he's
got
a point.
Dan.
He's got a point. I mean,
What is going on with you guys, by the way? What happened to reason and logic?
That's the thing. United fans don't have them, and this is the thing. Dan, what were you saying about the octopus
like
and GTA
Arsenal
or
fans
or
do? Yeah. So right, So this has actually changed my argument. So that's why I said top 4 and not title winners, because GTA has been delayed a year. Okay, again. So GTA
so
was
you're being fickle and changing your point again.
No. It's my same argument. It's just I have to back my own argument. So I'm being the opposite of fickle here. Every single year GTA has come out, Man United have won the league. It was due to come out in March, April time or whatever. Obviously, GTA saw that potentially wasn't going to happen this year, so it's been delayed till November next year. So next season will be our season. It's fine.
Was it also alongside the announcement from Jim Ratcliffe that Amarim's going to stay at the club for a bit longer? And they thought,
need to wait a bit longer.
We'll not release it this year then.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, I tried to defend you, Dan, but you've lost me now.
That's it.
Yeah. And then the octopus.
I'm not siding with you, James.
The octopus.
I still think that,
The octopus that predicted Argentina to win the World Cup also predicted Man United to win the Premier League. So it's going to happen at some stage.
Wow. Yeah.
Can I just remind you that Dan wanted Amarim out just a few weeks ago? He wanted him out because United were rubbish.
I don't remember that.
I would say that the moment you mentioned the octopus, I'm out. That's
as the Dragons on Dragon's Den would say.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? 2018, I was playing, what's it called? At work, you do the sweepstake. And I got Croatia. And I thought, Croatia, I can't believe it. Got to the final. Does that mean I've got any special powers or something?
Well, you did say you're godlike.
Well, yeah. It's what people say.
Oh, is it?
And by people, I mean me.
All right, not your followers, not the kind of
my followers,
your worshippers. No,
my disciples.
Your disciples. Yeah, I mean, I see your mum following you around everywhere. Is that right? But can I also point out, Liverpool fans are just as bad as United fans. Liverpool are like, we're the best team in the league. All that kind of stuff, right?
Right, yeah, but then, with a Scouse accent.
And then they go on this losing streak with Slot, who Slot comes out with so many weird stuff about.
He does actually. Yeah.
Teams are just too up in the.
Has he got a Scouse accent as well?
Oh, yeah, that's the point. He's Dutch, isn't he? So he speaks like that. And that's more Irish. Right. Dan, do a Dutch accent for me.
Smoking a waffle?
There we go. So
excellent.
Put that accent on what I'm about to say. So Slot was saying, teams are going too high, the ball wasn't on the ground, we can't press them. Something like that, wasn't it?
All right, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Morning, partner.
And so, what I saw following that is loads and loads of Liverpool fans saying Slot out, Salah should be dropped, Slot needs to go. Slot just won the league with them last season, and he was the greatest manager.
Salah should be dropped though. And you think that as well.
Yeah, I think that. That's true.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I thought that to begin with. But all the fans are saying at the end of last year that Slot's the greatest manager, he's won the league, and how amazing is he? And then they're saying, it's Slot out. You go and look at hashtag Slot out. There's a massive following for it.
Yeah, but there's also a similar, it's a similar level of fickleness in saying, Amarim out, or Slot out or anything very quickly, and saying Arteta's a genius.
But he is.
100%.
Yeah, I kind of feel as though
it's like a positive fickle thing, but it's still fickle.
Exactly.
It's on the other side of the spectrum.
So I've looked this up while you guys were chatting there. ChatGPT say fickle means fans changing their opinions or loyalties very quickly and easily. A fickle fan might praise a manager after one big win and then call for them to be sacked after the next loss. And that sounds very much like what we've been talking about with the Liverpool fans and Slot.
Yeah.
What we've been talking about with Dan. They're just fickle.
Kind of like when Arsenal fans wanted Wenger out. And then as soon as Wenger went out, they kind of thought, actually, we had quite a good thing with Wenger.
So there we are. In terms of fickleness, there's a lot to fix. But before we can get to that, I think it's time for a halftime head scratcher.
Good morning. Time for another half-time head scratcher. Today, I'm asking you about Englishmen who have won the league title. Famously, an Englishman has never won the Premier League title. So who was the last to win a top-flight league as manager in England? Find out after the break. Before the break, I asked you about Englishmen who have won the top flight. In fact, who was the last? Well, the answer to that question is Howard Wilkinson, who took Leeds to victory in 1991-92, the year before the Premier League started. Way to go, Harold. Or Howard.
Thanks, Coops, as always. Now, he's not fickle, is he? We have to say. Coops is like the most unfickle of all fans.
Yeah, I mean, he supports 2 teams.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Dan, didn't you say you have like a player or nayer or something you want to get into today?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do indeed, guys. I'm very looking forward to this one. So I've got
You're
2
very
names
looking forward
ready.
to it.
I'm
Very.
That was poor, wasn't it? Yeah. No, I've got some names at the ready. You guys have got to be guessing. We've got some competition going. James.
But first, we need some mighty music.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Look, I've almost given up on it now, to be honest. Every week we have this discussion. We talk about
Listen,
my
Dan,
intro.
I'm gonna stop
you
you
tell
right
me
there.
every week.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I've got one lined up, and you're gonna love it. All right.
Okay. All right.
Listen up.
You just played the same intro again, didn't you?
I thought that sounded quite epic, I thought.
Yeah, why
It's
not?
epic in its own way.
Yeah, epic for Dan.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. James, please get one back on Cess. Come on now. Right. So, James, you went first last week. Cess, you're going to go first this week. Your name,
Bring it.
should you choose to accept it?
Oh, that is not a name. Definitely. I'm gonna say Naya.
Charlie Bumard.
Charlie Bumard. I'm going to say Naya. That's got to be Naya.
It is
Certainly
not a
football.
player. You are correct.
Get
That is a name.
Hi-oh.
Okay. Your name, James. David Goodwillie.
Oh, wait, I don't mean that reaction. But I've heard of that. That's a football player. I'm sure I've heard of Goodwillie before. Or maybe a cricketer. It's definitely a sports person, so I'm saying it's a player, and I'm going to guess football.
You are correct on both counts.
Whoa.
2 points!
Scottish
Get in.
striker. He plays for Glasgow United FC. That is 2 points for you. That's a little bit of clawback. It is now
Wow.
6-3. No.
I don't mean this in a
6-4.
suspicious way, but I've heard of Goodwillie. Alright? Just say it.
Of course you have.
I've heard of that name before. Right, lads, now all the nonsense is out of the way. Can we fix fickle fans like Dan?
Like Dan?
Yes. These
yeah.
fans are just... It's
The
ruining football.
nonsense. The nonsense.
Are you saying
right.
Dan's ruining football?
Yeah, I mean, just they give you all that like nice charm and smile and all that, and you chat to them, and then the next thing you know, the person next to you who you thought you could rely on has completely changed their opinion.
It's getting quite personal now.
It's just like you don't know where you stand with these people. They hate their manager, then they love them, then they hate them again.
I never
know,
hated
it's-
my manager, and it took me a long time to get to a point with Amorim where I was a little bit fed up. Even after Grimsby, I didn't say I wanted the manager out. It was just it got to a point, and I regret that. I was wrong. I
to
hold
be
my
fair,
hands
though-
up. I mean,
Yeah, but
how
to
long
be fair,
can I
though, if
stick
you have
by
a manager that can't beat Grimsby in the, what was it, second game or third game of the season, I think it's fair enough to doubt a player like that.
And we did finish
that. It's fair enough to doubt a manager like that.
And we did finish 15th the year before. I mean, it was not just a knee-jerk thing. However, can I also point out how absolutely religiously I stuck by Ten Hag despite everything that he did? So
That is very true.
You did actually. That was silly in another way, wasn't it?
you know, I do have form for loyalty. I had a weak moment, you know.
So you're a bit fickle with being fickle.
I suppose so. In the same way that you are, I suppose, James, a fickle man.
Fickle. I mean,
Yeah, it's like with Granit Xhaka as well, isn't it? Do you remember the Arsenal fans just constantly going on about how he's just had enough of him? He keeps getting red cards and he's letting the side down. Yeah. He's like being in a strop as an Arsenal captain and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was really bad, actually.
Yeah, and then the last season, he's done really well. Oh, but he wants to leave us now. Oh.
Yeah, I actually miss him. He's a real leader, that guy.
I actually have another example of being fickle as well, actually, thinking about that. Gabriel Hainsey, your new assistant coach man, who I'm sure your coaching staff you worship because they're all Arsenal coaching staff. Yeah. He was one of the team that destroyed your unbeaten run in 2004 or 2005, was it?
True.
Oh. Do you mean the dirty game when United were literally, what was it, even Gary Neville's come out and said, we did dirty on him that day?
Well, I mean...
that they couldn't handle the heat.
Yeah, that game that you can't ever stop talking about, that you hate every single person involved in, that game.
Mike Riley, especially, the referee, how you bought him off.
That game, the left back in that game.
Now they're happy to have him as a
your hero.
Coach.
Yeah,
he's been brilliant actually in terms of there's been loads because we see all the training videos and all that. You can see all that and how he's he plays games with all the players in the training. He has a really good laugh with them. They've really bonded.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Or should we talk about how your fickle opinion of the way football should be played from when you used to watch Arsenal back in the day and you went and played Stoke and you hated how they played football and now you're really happy about the way you play football like Stoke? Should we talk about that as well?
Actually, what I'd like to do, whilst you two have been talking all your rubbish, I've gone back through the archives of our group chat. And on Saturday the 27th of September, that was where you played Brentford and lost 3-1. And then you sent a message at 2:26 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. I can't even back this manager now. I stood by Ten Hag for ages. I'm done with Amorim. Playing Bruno out of position and leaving Mainu on the bench. Playing our slowest centre-back against a counter-attacking, pacey team. Really obvious mistakes. Maguire was always getting done over the top.
Yeah, see, it's very difficult to defend you, Dan. Not that I want to be honest. But the thing is,
yes, you do.
I kind of agree that I was done with Amorim a long time ago. I think I said this on a previous podcast when I was like, why are they staying with a manager that has the worst win ratio and refuses to change a formation that clearly isn't working for the players that they've got and just made every world-class player a League Two player and then everyone leaves and ends up doing really well. And so I was of the mind of saying, get rid of him. So I'm kind of on your side about that, Dan, but I can't defend you in you changing your mind because I still kind of think it's just a blip.
Flip-flopping is what he's doing.
Yes, exactly.
I think in my defence we have changed and Amorim has changed his approach to the games in the last month, which is why he's been successful. Like against Liverpool, we were very much like long ball and going for the second balls. And we've got a lot of joy with that through Brighton and other people. But that's something that was totally new to the Anfield game that he hadn't really done before. And he was constantly trying to play out and stuff like that with his back three and build up with the back three. And he's actually changed the way all right, it's the same formation, but the way he's playing, his style of playing and the way he's using that has totally changed. So if he's changed, then...
Well, I suppose after a year of getting it wrong, he had to get it right at some point.
Yeah, true. But the fact that he's changed things, it's not like he's doing the same things he was doing before that I was frustrated with. He's changed things. So it's hard for me to not acknowledge him adapting and finding some success. Do you know what I mean?
You know those half and half scarves? What I'm going to do is get a Man United scarf for Dan that is one half, we're going to win the league, and the other half, get rid of Amorim.
I think you should do it as Amorim in and Amorim out.
Exactly. When you're holding it up, you have to hide half the scarf.
Yeah, depending on the result, you can just hold up one side.
There you go. That's genius, how fickle these types of fans are.
That's actually perfect. I would buy that scarf. Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of genius, though, James, I don't think you should get away with it either, because I'm not siding with you on this. I would say that Arsenal fans are just as fickle.
Only the ones you want to hear. As you know me, you know that I'm not fickle.
What? What are you talking about?
That's why you look up to me, and that's why when we decided to set up the podcast, I became the creator and owner of it.
Yeah, right.
And I thank you for that. It's been obviously
that's because I've allowed you that fake title
fake
as the leader. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's like Dwight in the American Office, where he's assistant to the regional manager. Fake title.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what it really is. Yeah. No, I would say that's talking about fickleness. Definitely, I would say the whole Wenger thing, because now Arsenal fans are kind of trying to wipe that out of their history, their memory. Oh no, Wenger, we loved him and all this stuff. He was hated for 3-4 years.
I was embarrassed. Well, there was actually a plane that some of the Arsenal fans paid money to put the Wenger out message kind of following the plane as it was flying over the stadium. I mean, how disrespectful is that?
Exactly. I think that's actually, in terms of the history of the Premier League, that's one of the worst ficklenesses.
I agree. I genuinely agree. I was ashamed to see that. That was awful. Because I'm not fickle. That's the thing.
But you wanted Wenger out.
I felt that it was probably... He should have probably left after he won the FA Cup. But,
all right. I remember you giving the guy with the plane the money.
I was flying the plane.
And just shouting out the plane. That's harsh, guys. That's harsh.
That's pretty harsh. But, got to make money.
Guys, come on.
As we know, Mr. Impossible, the only...
non-biased.
Yes, there you go. See, I don't even have to say it now.
I'm just seeing it on the auto cue. It's like you're reading.
Is there anything
script
that you are a bit biased about, or emotional about, or have some kind of emotional haze over? That
no, it's quite dull. To be honest,
I've told you this before. Being non-biased doesn't mean I have no emotion.
Look at him, Dan. Look at his face.
I am saying, just through the screen, I can feel the cold.
Aside from the personal preference of preferring Everton to other teams, because I'm a fan of Everton, I would say I am not biased. I mean, what have I been saying about the Everton-Fulham game? I was saying that basically, even at full time, I was sceptical that we would still win the game. I was thinking, there's going to be something... Sure, probably at the final whistle, the ref will just go, I've decided to award 2 goals to Fulham, actually.
Hanging over from the Sean Dyche. Kept doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say that I have proven that I am not biased. Just because I'm an Everton fan, I don't just go, oh yeah, we're going to win the league.
So what would you do to fix this then? Apparently, if you can see with such unbiased, impossible eyes, how would you fix people like Dan?
I would say, you guys just need to become my disciples. You guys need to follow me and what I say.
I have to say, well, behind you at the moment, you're sat with a big, bright orange light behind you. It does look a bit halo-y.
I've got to say, yeah, I do. I don't mean to blaspheme in any way, but I do look godlike, don't I?
So I am actually looking up to you a little bit here, if I'm honest.
I'm slightly higher up. Yeah, that's a good point. You are looking up to me.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think you guys should really follow my lead. Whatever you guys have an opinion on, you have to ask me, and then I'll tell you if it's right or wrong.
So
and
ask
then you
Cess.
Basically, yeah. I think that's the case, because I've said this to you before.
Sounds a bit like a dictatorship, Cess.
Well,
it does a bit.
It's the best kind of ship. What can I say?
It's a bit. I mean, one of my fixes were going to be like create an app. I'm going to call it the Fickle Filter app. But actually, it could just be called the Ask Cess app, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Where you just sort of go in there and say, is it right? I think this. And then Cess can just say yes or no.
I've said before that the opinions of a fan's own club shouldn't be taken into account. So, for example, if James says Arsenal is the biggest club in the world, or if Dan says Man U is the biggest club in the world, I think your opinions shouldn't count, because you're always going to be biased towards your club. But if you ask me, then I would say, well, James is obviously an idiot. His opinion about Arsenal is wrong. And obviously, Man United is a bigger club. But also, I would say that neither of them are the biggest club in the world. And you could actually take my opinion as gospel.
So ask Cess. I mean, as gospel. He's getting religious again.
Can I start with my own question for Ask Cess then?
All right, go for it.
Opening question for the app. Who's more ridiculous, me or James?
Who's more ridiculous? I'm assuming you mean in like footballing opinion as opposed to just as people.
Yeah.
No. I want to know as people. Yeah, they opposites, those two.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me think. That's a good question, actually. The thing is, I would say that both of you have wild opinions about your clubs. However, in recent years, Dan has shown humility in a way that James hasn't.
I have humidity.
Yeah, during winter, like when the heat's on. Yeah. I would say, yeah, because Dan has actually seen what it's like to be Everton level, let's call it. I think he's shown humility in a way that James never has, because James has this idea that his privilege is that he deserves to be at least in the top 4. You know, that's the way you've always seen it.
Well, it's not deserves, but we're in. I mean,
but yeah.
I mean, we're Arsenal. We are the greatest, you know, the most historic, amazing club, like classy club. In terms of class,
What?
if you put class first, that's
Arsenal
us,
are the most historic club.
in terms of classy history.
What?
Yeah. See, this is just proving my point. What can I say?
Yeah.
We're a team, you know, we're a club that, like, when Herbert Chapman, he helped make numbers on the back of shirts so we could tell who players were. We had a whole tube station named
Yeah, but that's
after us.
before the Premier League, right? So
Yeah.
that's been wiped off of history now.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Maybe that was a dream.
Yeah, it never happened. Football started in 1992, James. Remember that?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'll forget what I said then.
That's, by the way, that's another episode, guys. We need to do that. We need to
we do need
fix
to fix
this
that.
idea.
Football history.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of history.
That's true. And who are all these people? Jimmy Greaves. I mean, who's that?
Yeah. Dixie Dean? No, never existed.
Who? Anyway, well, can I get onto one of my fixes, guys? Because what I think is fans need to be locked out. You know, you can with like gambling apps, lock yourself out just so you don't overspend and do silly things.
Yeah.
When the fun stops.
Yeah, when the fun stops. When basically you go to a game, you are locked out for a day, a 24-hour mandatory locked out of social media window. So you are not allowed to start posting, you know, Slot out, Arteta out, Amarim out, that kind of stuff. So you have a cool down, essentially. I think that's going to fix a lot.
Yeah, so, I mean, that kind of sounds like, you know, the Americans are trying to bring in gun laws and regulations and everything, and the NRA, the National Rifle Association, they are fully against a 24-hour mandatory cooling off period.
But buying a gun.
For buying a gun, yeah.
Right.
They're like, I'd like that semi-automatic rifle, please.
I want it
you have to
now.
wait 24 hours. Oh, no, I'm against that. That kind of sounds like if we do a mandatory 24-hour cooling down period for football in the UK, I feel as though there's going to be just as much of an outrage.
Probably a riot. They'll probably, instead of being on social media, they'll be rioting through the streets, actually.
Yeah, I feel that's the case.
It's like betting. It helps people who are, you know, because people can start chasing losses on gambling. That's a real issue in football, by the way. You know, like going into the serious topics here. So actually, I think when it comes to opinion...
Which, by the way, you cashed out of a £1 bet today.
That 68p I would have lost, so every little helps.
Talking about fickleness, I mean...
I don't want to chase any losses, so I thought I'll have 68p back, please.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, Dan.
Oh, that is one of the best things I've ever heard.
So are you saying, if somebody offered you a choice of, would you like nothing or 68p, you'd pick nothing?
No, I firstly...
You'd have just said, I'm not being
out.
fickle, I'll take nothing. Is that what you'd have said?
No, I would have carried on supporting my club. That's what I would have done. You should have been supporting that club and going, I just need one more shot on target or whatever it was that you wanted.
It was Eze, yeah. He needed one more foul against him.
Yeah, there you go. You could have just been calling for that instead of going, oh, I might try and get 68p back.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
So I think a cooling off period, if I'm honest. I think that fans, you know, if they are going to go and get silly and start venting in other ways, then that's where the law can come in. But I think to stop their silly opinions, they can be a mandatory cool down. That's what I think.
So if there's a mandatory cool down, does that mean that we aren't allowed to do this until after the footballing weekend's over?
Does that mean I have to do it on my own? I'll have to edit you both out and I'll just talk on my own.
Does that mean every episode we've ever done shouldn't have been done?
Yeah, that's a good point. What kind of a fix is that, James?
Well, the thing is, we've always proudly stated that we are above other football fans, that we are more sensible. So I think we are exempt.
We've said that, and I stuck by early on, but it's kind of changed, I would say. And there's only one person that we can rely on.
I know. I think let's ask Cess. Can we keep the podcast going on a weekend?
Oh, that's a good point. You know what? I reckon if I say yes, then that means we are wiping out all competition, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Monopoly, here we come. Excellent.
No, we can't play Monopoly.
Excellent.
We've got to do the podcast.
Right. Any fixes from you then, Dan? How are you going to fix these fickle fans like yourself?
Good question. How would I fix myself?
Need some meditation, like some self-help meditation. I don't know, some sort of training camp for you to go on.
I could probably go to the gym a little bit more, lose a bit of weight. That would probably benefit me a bit.
I mean, you can't fix it that much.
Is there also, like, at the gym, you get, like, opinion weight training or something? How does that work?
Yeah. But I suppose on a footballing perspective, in terms of I feel like I'm already fixed. I feel like I'm already backing Amorim now, and I'll go back to being very loyal to my manager like I was before with Ten Hag. Like I said, I've got form for being reliable and loyal. So
therefore, you need to download.
I feel like it was a blip.
You need to download the Ask Cess app, the Fickle Filter app.
Yeah.
Trademark, and that will help guide you through the kind of choppy waters of your mind.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think what else might help it is maybe just to remove all Arsenal fans from the equation. It just clouds my judgment a little bit. I don't know what it is.
We said before that usually the clubs at the top, like top of the league at any given time, they usually end up having the most annoying fans because they suddenly become entitled and all that stuff. We've said this before.
Yeah.
Right now, I've just had so much Arsenal content. It's just, and I show it to you as well, James, and you get embarrassed about the kind of things. There was a guy recently, Dan. Have a listen to this. They asked 2 Arsenal fans if they would take certain wingers over Saka. Over Max Dowman. Sorry, the 15-year-old. Now he's a great prodigy, isn't he?
Thank you. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think he's a good player. He's a bit of a diver, but he's a good player. Yeah. However, they said
he will be a very good player. I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. And they were comparing him to players like Estevao and like teenagers.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if you want to take Dowman because maybe his ceiling is higher and all that stuff. I don't really mind that.
Yeah.
But they said, because they were talking about teenagers, Max Dowman or Lamine Yamal, and they said, Dowman. Dowman's got a much higher ceiling.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go with this. It's unfair.
That is awful, isn't it?
They were trying to say, but he's 15. Lamine Yamal was 15 when he played like 30 games for Barcelona and got picked for Spain.
Yeah, was he just turned 16 for the tournament or something, wasn't he? Or was it something crazy? But you wait, maybe Max Dowman will surpass that.
Maybe. But if you have a player who at the age of just turned 17, literally like had a birthday, 17th birthday, and then won the Euros with Spain.
Yeah, it's all right.
Beating England, by the way. I also saw a reel, Dan, where it said Messi 2012 or Saka 2025. And it was a meme of Cristiano Ronaldo going, and it said Arsenal fans.
Don't ask me to make such a difficult sort of decision on that. I mean,
really?
Okay, Messi edges it, but...
is that difficult, is it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, does he just?
Yeah, James says but, because all Arsenal fans have to try and find some way to justify it. It's like, but...
Saka's incredible. The thing, if you measure just with numbers, then you'll be wrong, because we know that football is more than just stats. We've fixed this on previous seasons.
Yeah, you're right. Let's not use numbers then. Let's use, trophies. Let's use just our eyes.
So, I think there we are. We've got our fixes for Fickle fans, and I think it's time we got into some fantasy football chat. What do you reckon, chaps?
Good idea.
Can I say Tom is still top? And he's got to be. I don't know what the latest stats are. I'll have to get John to tell us. We've got Stay Humble FC with 717 points currently, and the weekend still got some games to go yet, which is brilliant. And I saw the league leader out of all of FPL was also in the 700 mark. So he can't be that far behind.
Okay, I was waiting for the superlative. You just said, he's got to be, and then just carried on. I didn't know what was going on there. Now I understand.
Or not to be.
It's coming. Okay. It's still up there.
You haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it yet. It'll arrive when you least expect it.
Yeah. And it's a goodbye from, and he's brilliant.
Super. So, we've got Stay Humble FC still top with Obi-Wan Bissaka in a close second. I believe deserves a mention because he's been second for quite a while. James Sutherland there, who I think you know James.
I do know James, yeah. He's one of my disciples.
Yeah. Brilliant. One of your first disciples. So I think it's been a good week so far for me. I'm ahead of you anyway, Sess, in terms of points. So hopefully I'll be catching you up in the table.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's because of Bowen. I put Mbeumo on the bench because I thought Tottenham might beat United. And I thought, Bowen, he's playing against, Burnley? And
Yeah.
And they scored 3 goals and he wasn't involved at all. What kind of a striker are you that don't get involved? Well, basically like Tierno Barry in Everton, I suppose. But he's done nothing. He scored, 3 goals in the first 6 games. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay loyal to him. And I played him every game, and he got like 2 points every game after that.
So that's what you get for not being fickle, basically.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, looking at his points, he's got you another 2 points, which is... and last week got 2 points against Newcastle as well. When does it come to a point where, like, Trade Descriptions Act, you have to pay a lot of money for these players?
Yeah.
Like I did the same thing with Saka. He scored this weekend, but the weekend before I captained him, and he just got me a lowly 2 points or whatever it was, 3 points. Yeah. So we pay a lot of money for these players. If this was the real world, we'd be able to take that product back and be able to get sue them or something. Trade Descriptions Act, Sale of Goods Act.
I'd be happy with that. There's a lot of players I need to sue actually.
I think what we can take from this is loyalty in FPL means nothing. Be fickle.
And if you want to join our fantasy football league, you can join. You can join with the code SD4GZV and see if you can catch Tom at the top of the league. Well, there we are, lads. I think we've sort of made a step towards fixing these awful fickle fans.
Yeah, I just realised though that that's even more work for me because we had a fix a while ago where I basically had to train all prospective football fans, didn't I? I had to interview all of them.
Yeah, you have looked a bit tired after all of that, I have to say.
How is that going? Yeah, how is that going?
Yeah, I got through the first 1 million, but then another 1 million were born, so...
It's taken its toll on you, I can see.
Yeah, a little bit. But now I've got this Ask Cess app that I have to look after as well. It's going to be a difficult one.
Be like, you remember the old search engine, Ask Jeeves? It's going to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Ask Cess.
Ask Jeeves was terrible, though.
Well, that's true. Well, there we are. So thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week. And remember, just ask Cess. It's goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Extraordinary!